May 10, quarter to 3 in the afternoon in Australia, 2017. Just going to cover some charts in regards to silver and gold. Now, I'm very interested in the silver and gold precious metal market only because I'm invested in it, and I do believe that it is a long-term hedge against, I suppose, market collapses and unfortunate events in the market. Now, anyone that's been following the markets will know that in 2008 we had a bit of a bubble burst. There was a lot of, I think Lehman Brothers went down, and there was a little bit of a panic towards gold and silver. Silver went through the roof and went up to almost $50 US. And you know, gold and silver have always been around for 5,000 years, and I consider them as money. They're not currency, they're not fiat, they're not made of paper, they're real, and they have practical uses. Now, there's no doubt you should have some of this hidden away in your backyard in a very deep hole somewhere, just for the long term. Now, the thing is, if anyone's been following the markets, especially since, I suppose, 2008, we all know that there was a bit of a bubble burst, and there was a panic towards precious metals and to the gold or the mining sector, and there was quite a lot of value to be made. Now, I think we're all trying to predict the next stage of this collapse. Now, since 2008, there was about a 3-year period where everything went nuts. Lehman Brothers went down, and then there was a quantitative easing stage that happened, and we've had QE 1, 2, 3, and 4, and God knows what else in between that they don't tell us. They've been flooding the market with fiat currencies and manipulating the gold and silver market ever since, and they've been doing it forever. One, to keep all the common folk from looking at it as in interest. That's what I believe. It has practical uses. They don't want you looking at gold and silver, even though they hoard it themselves. They want you thinking it's just a piece of metal and it has no practical wealth. But it stores value. It stores energy of economics. So it's definitely worth looking at in regards to, I suppose, hedging your wealth. So go and get some advice on that. Now, what I'm looking at is the charts. Now, because it's so manipulated, you can't really predict too much. Now, what they do is they buy paper, gold and silver, and then they dump it whenever they choose, and then buy again and dump it, and they continually do this when it suits them. Now, we know in 2008 went through the roof. Now, what I've been looking at is in 2016 we had this massive, and it came right up there, and then we had came up to about $20.50 US, and then we had the elections in the US elections started to take hold, and there was this massive dumping going on and on and on down here. And then back at the start of 2017, we've had this massive increase. It was very similar to the start of 2016, and I thought, oh, this is it. This is it for sure. And then ever since, I think, the beginning of April, just a couple of, I suppose the first week in, we've just had this massive dump. Now, it's just been dump after dump after dump, and you can see here on the chart, it's going straight down. Now, this has got my attention. When they dump the gold and silver like this, I always have a really good look at it. Now, what I've also noticed is that the gold and silver mines that I'm invested in have also been dumping, regardless of their announcements. Even if they struck gold, some of them, someone's been stripping money out of the gold and silver mines. Now, there has been talk about an ETF or something like that, and they needed to balance out some money. But I always look past that and go, okay, there's got to be more to it. Now, since the beginning of 2016 to now, we can see it's still a bull run. Doesn't matter about all these up and downs, it's definitely a bull run. It's on its way up. Now, what I'm looking for, and if I go to click all here, click all, right, there we go. So I'll just bring myself back up. There we go. So this is all chart. Now, in here, hopefully you can see my cursor. We've got 2008. Now, at this time we had a massive dump. Now, the reason why they dumped all of this is they want to them, when I talk about they, we're talking about the elite, the people with more money than me, want to get gold and silver and certain other opportunities to a level where they can purchase and buy at the best prices. Now, gold and silver got right down to less than $10 US after a massive dump. It went from $17-ish, if not a little bit higher, down to under 10. and then all of a sudden we saw at the back end of 2009 this massive escalation. Now it takes 2 or 3 years to, that's 2011, 2 to 3 years to get up to this high point. So what I'm looking for is this massive suppression before the jump. So they tell you everything's really good and okay, and the Dow Jones is up and the market's strong, and there's nothing to worry about, and then all of a sudden within 3 or 4 months things start to climb, and you won't see anything in the media. The only time you see anything in the media is when silver is at 47 and you're too late. So keep your eye on the ground, and I've got a funny feeling that 2017 is going to be the year, and probably in the back end of this year they're going to dump the price of gold and silver, I feel, and the mining sector down and down and down over the next 2 or 3 months, and then something has been predicted to occur in October. And we've been waiting for this, and then you'll probably see a 7-month to 12-month climb in the precious metals. We've seen cryptocurrencies already going, and that's because they're, the big money is starting to flow into that because they see it as a safe haven. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you. Are we at a point of no return in regards to this big, huge profit that we're going to see, especially if you're in the gold and silver sector? And I'm not sure how cryptocurrencies are going to affect all of that because it's so new. So yeah, massive suppression coming, or it's already happening from mid-April down to what's the 10th of May. So it's the start. I'll be interested to hear what your thoughts are, and yeah, have a great day.